truly touched by your presence tonight, every single one of you. For you to be here at a time like this is capable of warming the heart of even the coldest of the cruel. But then again, I'm sure you're aware that you didn't complete such an effort on your own. As you're all aware, my spouse and I took a short reprieve away for a week to celebrate that growing endearment and left my most trusted advisor in charge. However, we decided that to celebrate the intertwining strings of fate that brought us together on a night quite like this one, to give like-minded individuals the chance to waltz their way into a happily ever after of their own. It's only fitting, of course, to imbue you all with the same opportunity that I, myself, was granted, to meet the one who is capable of guiding my heart to them, my dear, my sweet, my shepherd. I invite you all to raise a glass, not just for me, not just for the sake of our love, but for the sake of love itself. For your friend, for your family, for your kingdom, and even all of mankind itself. Join in the merriment. I invite you all to eat and drink to your heart's content, and to dance the night away. But all I ask of you tonight, not as your queen, barely even as your friend, but just as one beating heart to another, is to allow my dear love and I the honor of the first dance of the night, and the floor will be yours. Thank you. And please, enjoy your evening in my presence. Even in my stead if you must. Thank you. You know, all of that would have been far more convincing if you had at the very least tried to smile. Even once is all I ask. I can't allow such insubordination in my own home of all things, so I found you to be very disrespectful, to say the least. Understanding that with that brings consequences. Or are you not capable of comprehending even that? Do you really think I wanted to host another one of these dreadful balls so soon? It's not like these things are ever fun. Especially not for the party's host. Think for 2 seconds, or I'll have to begin asking if you've got wool in your brain as well as your ears. I am the Ice Queen. The Cruel Queen. The Feller of Kings. These are titles I wear with more honor than the badges I gained from my time in the Lydian and Vesuvian wars, and the crown I forged with the blood of my own kin. But face it, dear, these are excellent titles to hold when you're trying to regain the position that you've so rightfully earned after years of banishment, or when your kingdom is in the middle of a long and bloody war that has left most of the population hopeless and haggard. But that's all in the past. We're in an era of peace and prosperity that hasn't been seen in 3 generations. And even then, you could almost say that you've never seen it before. And it all comes from the time I've spent ruling with an iron fist and an icy heart. But if I carry that into the good nights, then the nights will no longer be so good. A population removed from atrocities will have a chance to reflect on them. And if faced with an overall unfeeling and uncaring ruling power that turns a blind eye to their struggles, then they will grow angry, and they will rebel. I understand this. I understand this quite well. It's what befell my dear mother and father, who, even when they thought of themselves as quite nice in the grand scheme of things, could never remove themselves from the comfort of their wealth and privilege for long enough to connect with their fellow man, which, naturally led to their collective ousting. However, I have no such predilections. I am not pretending that I am nice, and I am not pretending that I am not human. These are the only things I have over my parents. So naturally, a rebranding was in order. A rebranding is still in order, of course. Because, my dear shepherd, my dear shepherd, I need to let you in on a little secret that every royal knows in the most technical sense of the word, but seem to have the hardest time comprehending in any way that really matters. A content populace will never rebel. I need to become a girl's girl, a man's man, a ruler who has the capacity to protect the kingdom when it needs to be protected the most, but at the end of the day, is just a young lady like any of you who loves to party and couldn't hurt a fly. The perfect life. The perfect lie. You, tragically, got tied up in such a rebranding. The noble who fell in love with a peasant is a tale as old as time. Although this has garnered some strong opinions from the lesser nobles within the region, there are far more villagers, blacksmiths and bakers and candlestick makers who see the notion of looking past hygiene and class status to see the person who's really there, deep down inside, as romantic. And let's face it, there are far more peasants than there are nobles. So what does it matter if the lowly Duke Thuden or the lovely Duchess Isran have some strong words on the matter? It's not as if such a thing matters to me. Which, at the end of the day, is quite true, but also makes for the most perfect of lies. The kind that is true. I won't pretend that my fondness for you is not ungenuine. Did you really think I'd say you had good bone structure and kind eyes when I wasn't even certain I could lock you so perfectly into a scheme like this? Of course not. I said those things because, as I have said before, I am not pretending that I am not human. I am not pretending that I don't have the urge to be kind to others even beneath my stature, or that I don't have occasional moments of weakness, of pitiful weakness. I said I liked you because I meant it, and I said it because it was true. Which is the most perfect lie of all. At the very least, I'm reassured that you're a good listener, if nothing else. I think I can love you for something like that. Huh, but do you know, our first dance carried us into yet another song. What can I say? Time really does stand still when you're around someone you love so dearly. Now, beloved, smile. Smile like you've never smiled before, or I'll have to see to it that you never smile again. I have no say in this, so it's all up to you.